Maneva na sema PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV de osia dem yopo.
You are most welcome to PENDREAM TV, the only channel that brings you the best and latest updates in politics. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell for more updates, like and also share to other members to watch as well. Please, your comments are most important to us. Do leave a comment after watching or send us your voice note on our WhatsApp number, which is 0277 128 777. Thank you. Please, I would like you to join me listening to what you have. Leave a comment after watching as well. Thank you.
It's now time for Big Issues, where we discuss relevant topics making the news. Yesterday, the Ghana Statistical Service gave us some news on the inflation rate, which has apparently dropped to 23.1%. That's a 1.9% drop since we were last informed. Now, we have come to understand that when inflation drops, it means that prices of goods and services will increase at a slower rate than before. It also means that wages are better, and so you have more money in your pocket to be able to buy more goods, and your general cost of living reduces. So things are better for all of us, and we're more comfortable. And the question is, with this drop in inflation rate versus the reality on the ground, is there a disconnect? Are you feeling it in your pocket? Yesterday on Ghana Tonight, the team brought us some videos, interviews from some markets in Accra, from the Malamata market and then from the Nima market, where market women told us exactly how much they're spending on the goods that they bring in and how much they're selling it to us, and what it means for you, a buyer, every day going to the market to buy tomatoes, onions, peppers, and so on. So we'll bring you some of those videos, and then we'll also bring you an explanation from an economist who spoke to us yesterday on Ghana Tonight. So first, let's take a look at the video from the market, and then we'll listen to the economist.
Enum 20 na yanso aboa na 9 20 ye de baako body dron so 500 first na 500 na yanso na 300 say 500 and 800 body dron so apon no ebi wa 2 million 1 million 500 de no first na 3 2 million de no first na 1 million.
Last week, Monday we are to adhere no 95 and there see 1,500 1,500 there banishe emunye ubeda atonto nyinya nti efise yenso ye de yentum because we ya 2,500 na efise mi ton 80 cedi na 20 cedi there no sisi am dey agi 50 cedi na 10 cedi there no sisi na 20 cedi. Na 2 cedi there na sisi amaya na 5 cedi.
Last month yeah. Na yet me to am half bag 325. But salmon at on 325 na me no ka say. Yet on salmon no 430. So you can imagine the difference I buy in Infl so to the material. And you know I West, say I West.
Na eba oil.
Everything. Enya ade baako, everything. Oil last month said they're making near ton oil now bet when you be a baby 440 450 when I'm no can say no cheap price cry is 610. So increment no a west
As no omo nkoto no bo bia so mo ba yire so ma ye ne ye ton na ekese obakura wo ton wonya bi na ese wa wo ton wo tiri mo den enso ade na ni ho ni nti e na bo so ye de atoso nti ena kwanso fono so say lolly fan dos enu nti na ma wo mutum enti mi ese mo kwa ye na bo den dudu nti nyado na ma konukura ma stop kakra ma ja che say o to ma unu ya enu nti am ma ja kakra ba
first na ko to me no boy na sisi enso toto enta ba fom kakra na sisi aye chiche no 5 cedi ebi wo kura utimi nya 3 cedi ni 2 cedi wo nteye ɛna ka first 10 ni 8 esi ade uno bakra mbetima to 5 cedi mbedi e besom mu ye nipa 3 besom.
Like price differences no mostly say enya free suppliers in chain. In the among the banoma to moi, we have no other choice than we also have to put a little margin on it. But it's like a week or two we are on bar. Say atuni memu. Who can even say dollar no cost through transportation cost through and duties, and so say taxes not also. So they can't do otherwise than say they have to put it on the item that they sell.
Prices are rising, but slowly. So the rate at which prices are rising is slowing down, but now it doesn't mean prices are falling. I think so. That's one part of the misunderstanding. The other thing that people should understand is that the 23.1 is the year-on-year inflation. So it is the change from May last year to May this year. That's the 12-month change. So even though in present times you might feel that prices are high, but if the prices were even higher last year, then when you compare the rate of change, you might see that decline. So I think people need to get a clear understanding of what the inflation is measuring, so that they know that when you say inflation is declining, it doesn't mean that prices are declining. What people are complaining about right now is food. The food prices are rising. And the inflation rate that we did see, it did show that the food inflation has reduced. But, the food itself has so many items. We have water, we have items, we have cereal and cereal products. And when you say cereal and cereal product, that would be so many different items. So if you just compare the inflation rate with a particular item whose prices have gone up so dramatically for you, you might feel disconnected to the inflation rate that is being given. But we have to understand. The other thing we have to also understand is that if you live in Accra, you're a middle class person, and you probably buy mostly imported items. And we are in a period where the currency has depreciated. Therefore, those prices have increased dramatically. You have to understand that if you buy imported rice and somebody is buying made in Ghana rice, and you, the one seeing imported rice, the price have doubled. The one buying made in Ghana, maybe the price has increased 10%. All of these have to be factored in the computation of the inflation. So you cannot look at one item that you are buying, and because the price have gone up so dramatically, you feel that should necessarily reflect the inflation number you are seeing. So I think these are some of the things that sometimes people get confused and they think that the inflation that is being read doesn't reflect their situation.
All right, so that was an interview conducted by my colleague at the Malamata market, talking to some market women, and they're basically explaining how they're pricing their goods and the reason for the high cost of food products in the market. So after the announcement by the Ghana Statistical Services announcing that inflation has dropped to 23.1%. Professor Assuming attempted to explain to us on Ghana Tonight the reason for the apparent disconnect between the drop in inflation and the cost of food prices on the market. That a drop in inflation does not mean that prices are going to go down. It means that prices would increase at a much slower pace. Well, our ladies are here, and we're about to delve into these matters properly. You may be a part of our conversation this morning by reaching out on X with the hashtag TV3 New Day. I'll read all your messages. Remember to hashtag TV3 New Day so I can see your messages and read them. First, Dr. Grace Ayensu Dankwa, NDC parliamentary aspirant for Esikado Ketan, is here. You're welcome to the show, Doc.
Thank you. Now,
how are you doing?
I'm wonderful.
I love the green.
Thank you. This is my NDC green. So
Is this the NDC green?
yes, it's my version of the
It's
NDC
your version
green
of it.
today,
Okay.
yes.
I see. And you're matching it nicely with your earrings
I
also.
try.
Lovely.
I knew I was coming to see you, so I had to look good.
Is that right? Pressure. You sure you don't mean you knew you were coming to see
I know
Nanaya?
both my
so
two sisters.
You had to, you had to match up. Same page as Nanaya.
I am 100% on the same page. First of all, I believe that they shouldn't give us these cooked figures. I believe that
You think the figures are cooked?
Number two, I also believe that Ghanaians are going to vote against them in 2024 because of some of these things they do. And if they don't have the right figures, they shouldn't give us anything at all. This was a party that rode on the backs that they were better managers of the economy, better than the NDC. They campaigned against President Mahama. They brought misinformation, disinformation. They insulted him. They called him incompetent. And Bawumia at this time was touring the country as the economic quote-unquote whiz kid, right? He was bragging, lecturing to us, telling us he was a better management of the economy. Today, he's telling us that at that time when Mahama, he was saying all those things about Mahama, while Mahama was building UGMC, Mahama was building Bank Hospital, Mahama was building Dodowa Abetifi Syria Hospital in Kumasi. He was calling Mahama incompetent. The number, it was like single digits inflation, right? Today, he's talking about double digits inflation.
Exchange rate was 3.8.
Exchange rate was 3.8, single digit inflation. And he was calling the guy incompetent. Now today you have double digit inflation. Even Mahama's worst inflation was 15%. So this 23%, what is he talking about?
Which is not even true.
And it's not even true. And all it is, this is a man, Bawumia, who was the head of the economic management team that has completely bankrupted the country. We have no money left, no statutory funds left. All of our heritage fund is gone. Our GET fund, everything that we had put down as a cushion for the economy is gone. He's not even paying his external debt. The people we owe, we have stopped paying them. And he's still telling us that an inflation rate of 23 point something is better and that we should applaud him. So this, I mean, I'm totally agreeing with my sister that they better not say anything. Today you go to the market, as you heard from the market women. Last week I took 100 cedis to the market. I was trying to see if I can, to Kojokro market. I'm trying to see if I can have a soup. Of course, I couldn't even buy oil, so I removed the stew and I said, maybe I'll make soup. I bought tomatoes for 20 cedis. I bought cassava. I bought 10 pieces of pepper for 20 cedis. By the time I was finished, because maybe I was in the Western region.
Yes.
By the time I finished, I didn't even, this is not including transportation to the market and from the market. I couldn't even buy fish, even not the kako or the salted fish for my soup. So I couldn't even get plantain, so I only bought cassava, so my fufu was just cassava fufu. So I don't know what Bawumia is talking about. Bawumia is the one who told us that we should look at our pocket and do market economics. No. We were sitting here when he told us that don't listen to Mahama's inflation numbers, but let's look at our pocket and let's do market economy. Today you should go to his market and see if the inflation in the market is the same as the Ghana Statistical Services quoting to us. So I'm agreeing again with my sister. Bawumia shouldn't come and tell us anything. This
is the Ghana Statistical Service that's telling us.
Let me quote Bawumia when Ghana Statistical Services under Mahama was giving him the right figures, right? He said, this is Bawumia, Dr. Mahmudu Bawumia on his Twitter page in 2nd May 2012. If single-digit inflation is meaningless for cost of living, interest rates, exchange rates, and jobs, what is it for? To put it another way, if single-digit inflation does not help with respect to the prices of the things you buy, the cost of borrowing money for your business, the value of cedi to the dollar, or help the youth to get jobs, then what is the point? This is Bawumia when he was bragging to us that he was the quote-unquote economic whiz kid. So today, we are asking him the same question. That was single-digit too. So today we are asking him, his double digits, are they the same? Do the rules that he put out, do they apply? When is he having his economic lectures to tell us what the state of our real economy is? You should go to the market and look at people's pockets. This one, if this is a pocket deflation. The pockets are all deflated because there's no money in the pocket. This thing that they are doing, this fake numbers they are putting out, cooked numbers they're giving us, is a way for them to go to the IMF to get that tranche of money, the $360 million that is left, for them to come and do campaign with it. So they are cooking the numbers.
You said they are going to use the IMF money to campaign.
That's what they are going to do. That is what this is about. Otherwise, why are you giving us cooked figures and fake figures? When you and I know, my sister has told you, has gone through almost all market index. We are not doing economic indexes, so we are doing market index just like Bawumia told us to do.
Market economics.
Market index, market values. We are using that economics as Bawumia. He told us, right? Before that, we knew that inflation meant something. Then he came to tell us that, no, don't worry about inflation. They don't mean anything. They don't mean that your pocket is full. They don't mean that you can go to school. They don't mean you can get jobs. So let's go to the market and see what is happening in the market and use that. So we are using his own metrics that he gave us. Tell me, he should go to Malata market again and ask us if these fake numbers he's bringing are true. We don't believe it. We don't agree. If, as a matter of fact, it's an insult to our intelligence. This is the man who was telling us that single-digit inflation.
If we can't rely on the Ghana Statistical Service to let us know what the inflation rate is, who can we rely on?
It is Bawumia himself who told us not to rely on Ghana Statistical Services for their numbers. So how can what is good for the goose is equally good for the gander? He came to tell us before that we believed in Ghana statistics numbers, statistical service numbers. He was the one who came to tell us on his Twitter page that what numbers the Ghana Statistical Service were putting there when John Mahama was in power, when his numbers, so his inflation rate was single digits. Bawumia came to tell us in a lecture, I listened, that inflation, we shouldn't believe it because Ghana Statistical Service is lying. The real state of the economy is in the Malata market. He told us. So we are using his own metrics to judge him. He should come and tell us why these prices in the market have gone up. Why 100 cedis cannot get me some small light soup. Why I couldn't buy fish for my light soup. He should come and tell me how I couldn't even buy charcoal after I spent 100 cedis. What is the average income of a Ghanaian who works like a receptionist? How would that person eat? People are sleeping hungry. Come to the constituencies and see. The World Economic Forum was talking something about 1 million Ghanaians. Over 1 million Ghanaians are going to be hungry and sleeping hungry. So he shouldn't come and tell us these fake numbers and insult our intelligence. They are not smarter than us.
All right.
So by their own metrics, they have failed. And Ghanaians, we have listened, we are looking at the Malata market economics, and we are saying that he has failed, and we don't even want him, and he should stop giving us fake figures. We are not ready for this.
All right, Doc.
We feel that it's an insult to our intelligence.
Let me read a couple of messages coming in from you. Musa Abatwa in Asawasi says, good morning now. The Vice President, Dr. Bawumia's assertion that he deserves a promotion to presidency is highly questionable, especially considering his apparent neglect of his primary responsibilities as the head of the economic management team. While he was busily campaigning, Ghana faced significant economic mismanagement issues to the extent that the exchange rate and inflation threatened the cost of living of the masses. This neglect raises serious concerns about his ability to handle the responsibilities of the higher office effectively. And then Mani says, good morning now. Nanaya Jantua said Trotro mates will vote against NPP. So Bawumia himself will vote against himself. That's funny. All right, more messages coming in. Master Planner Junior from Kintampo says, I guess the current population of Ghana, according to the Ghana Statistical Service, is also cooked then. It's very funny how Nanaya and the NDC communicator are suffering just to understand the decrease in inflation. It is possible with Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
We are not against it. We are saying that the reality does not support the data. The person doesn't go to market. We are talking about market data.
All right. Landlord Bolga D. Line says, good morning, now. The 7th December 2024 elections is indeed going to be the test of the sanity of Ghanaians. I don't really have a problem with the reality of price hikes. My challenge is how we are told that inflation has dropped. Has the meaning of inflation changed? Everything has gone up except the competency of the managers of the economy. Shambolic managers. So how come inflation is dropping per their statistics? We are facing the reality. So let's have the reality of the inflation and not massage figures. Let's vote for change. All right, I'll read one more message and then we'll go on to the next topic if we are both satisfied with how far we've come with the first topic. All right, and someone is asking for of Roland. Roland Walker is on.
We didn't say it was from the MPP.
This is Baumi. I'm quoting him. At the end of the day,
no, we said that.
Right.
We didn't say it's from the MPP. We said
No, but that was what she just said.
The figure does not support the reality.
At the end, Baumi said, at the end of the day, start quote. At the end of the day, the pocket is the economy.
Yes.
No amount of economic gymnastics or rhetoric can ever change that. End quote. This is Baumia himself when he was bragging that he was the economic messiah and the economic whiz kid. He was the one who told us that the Ghana Statistical Service, we shouldn't believe them. Because prior to Baumia and his lectures, we were believing Ghana Statistical Service. He was the one who told us when inflation was single digits that President Mahama is incompetent. So today we are here and we are telling him that the numbers don't add up. We are telling him that we are using his own market economics to judge him. We are using the own metrics that he told us to judge him. And according to all the indexes, all the market economics, he has failed. So there is no excuse to sit here and now say that President Baumia didn't say this and said that. You are quoting what Baumia said. He told us.
No, but I never said that.
Vice President Baumia was the one who gave us all these statistics we are all using today. Prior to that, we were listening to Ghana Statistical Service with the inflation rate and everything. They were single digits in 2014 when he said that we shouldn't believe Ghana Statistical Service.
See,
so what has changed?
My sister here was saying something.
All right.
Thank you for staying to PENDREAM TV. Really appreciate your time. Please, if you have not yet subscribed as a new member, please do so for us. Hit the notification bell, like and also share to other members to watch as well. Make sure you share to other members on your contact list or on your group chats. Thank you.
Dedi kama mamena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Ah nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.